they kind of said that this is not the actual same timeline.
Yeah, they say like this could be like
an alternate universe,
possible future.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
yeah, because I think it was like this is supposed to be like 6 years, like after.
It's 2025.
Yeah, Days of Future Past.
Yeah,
like when he went back. So it's
20 years, right? So when he went back in time.
No,
what the
because
fuck
he went back in
happened?
time.
This is where I get confused.
Yeah, this is where
man.
it's
I
fucked
don't
up.
know.
What's up, everybody? This is a Humpcast quick review of Logan. I'm going to do that again.
Get the fucking marbles out of your mouth.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Humpcast quick review of Logan. I'm Ricky C.
I'm Ryan D.
My name's Garrett Lee.
And I'm Steve Rodgers.
Also, I brought in Ricky and I both brought in Australian and
Foster's.
Hugh Jackman inspired beers. We got
It's Australian
Foster's.
for Hugh Jackman.
They don't drink Foster's in Australia, though. I haven't even heard of Foster's in Australia.
It's all right, bro.
It's an American beer.
It's a fictional beer in Australia.
It's as Australian as I am.
And I cut my nails with it. Logan is the latest and the last, according to Hugh Jackman, of the X-Men movies with Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine. This is actually really cool. They said it's inspired a lot by Old Man Logan, if you're familiar with that storyline.
Not
but
really.
we're
Not
going
at
to
all.
talk about that
They're just both
later.
old.
They're old.
Yeah, he's old as fuck, Logan, in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks because they added so much makeup and stuff. Like he looks horrible.
Yeah,
Like,
he
Hugh
looks like-
Jackman looks
Yeah, he
terrible.
looks
and then
fucked
you
up.
see what he's
But
like.
it's supposed to.
Then you see what he actually looks like, and you're like, "Holy shit, he's still fucking sexy." And he's,
Yeah.
he's like 50 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does not look the
He
way
does
he does
not
in
look the
Logan.
way he does in the
Not at all.
movie. No, not at all. Not one bit.
Can you open that? I cut my nails. I cut my nails today. I can't do it.
Dude, I have no nails either.
So what? You got to push it down, you pussy.
God, Garrett.
Oh my god.
So obviously this is a spoilers review, so you should have seen the movie by now. If not, you don't care at all.
If not, you fucked up.
Yeah, we're gonna go straight into what we liked about the movie, a little bit of what we thought, then what we disliked, and then we'll give it a little bit of a rating for you, and then we'd like for you guys to tell us what you thought in the comments. So we'll start off with Ryan D.
Yeah.
What did you like about this movie?
Dude, I was in from the get go.
You were in the movie?
Oh yeah, I was in the
Ryan
movie.
was in it, bro.
I was a
He was
chef.
Logan.
I was a chef at the diner, guys. I tweeted a picture the other day. I talked about this with my brother earlier today, and he was just laughing at me because I was talking about how much fucking slicing and stabbing there was.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, Jesus, man,
There's a lot of
it was the most you can ask for. It was amazing.
Yeah.
That was what I liked the most about it. Was they were like, okay, rated R movie. We're taking it.
Slash and shit.
Yeah, we're taking it. We're gonna show Wolverine fucking berserker style the most we can.
And like Claw's like going through like full on like
going through
face,
the
Going through
faces.
skulls,
eyes.
so many busted skulls,
Yeah.
so
Fucking
many
graphic.
severed fucking.
That's what I
spines.
loved about the beginning, because it
Yeah.
was just like, we're jumping right into the shit.
Yeah,
Like,
it was like, oh,
yeah.
we're doing this.
yeah.
Yeah. These Mexicans dead.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
of them.
The
They're like,
Cholos?
fuck these cholos right now. I mean, to make everything even better, X-23 who plays Laura, or otherwise known as Laura,
Yeah.
right? Was a fucking badass.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
She was just a little berserker too, man. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was just so,
Crazy ass kid.
A little ground room flyer with knives.
yes.
Yeah, dude.
It was amazing, man.
Shit was crazy.
And what was extremely fucking gratifying for me is that they didn't spend so much time setting up all that to where like when is she gonna fight? When is she gonna fight? And it comes like it's like
Oh,
almost
yeah.
instantly. Once she has the opportunity to fuck somebody up, she
Yeah.
does it. You know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
When she first attacked, and you didn't see it at first because they wanted to save it, but when she comes out of that warehouse and just fucking rolls that
head.
motherfucker's head.
Yeah.
Here's your bitch boy's head.
yeah.
So you know that guy you sent in that like everyone thought was a badass? Here's his fucking head.
Yeah. Also, what I really liked about it, which I don't know if anybody's pointed out yet, a lot of Latino and Latina actors in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
There's a
even
lot of 'em.
X-23, I mean, she was born inside a Mexican. I don't know if that actually meant she
He's
had.
born, he's Mexican.
Born in a Mexican. He's right, but that just sounds funny.
It sounds weird.
Yes, have you seen the
It's like,
movie?
you know that plot line,
there
right?
Was, there were surrogates who were
Yes,
these teenage.
you could have said a Mexican hospital.
She
She was born in a Mexican. Like there should be more to that sentence.
Yes.
That makes sense, right?
These surrogate
They
women were
use.
Mexican.
Well, I don't know if they got the
So-
eggs from somebody else. That's what I'm saying.
Jesus Christ.
yeah, I
They
think
have the
so.
DNA.
She was
DNA.
born in a Mexican.
They had the DNA of whatever mutant, but they're all born inside Mexican women.
Yes.
Hell, against their will.
All those Mexican mutants stealing all of our powers.
all of our jobs.
Stealing all
Took
of our
your
jobs.
powers.
Well, I know this movie just came out, but like, God, this little girl's gonna be a fucking huge star.
Yeah,
She's-
like one of the things I noticed, like, because she doesn't talk for most of the movie,
Right.
she's just there. And as I'm watching it, and like, no, she's not talking. I'm like that. I thought at the time, like, that's a good idea because most kid actors are garbage,
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, oh, that's a smart way. She just doesn't talk.
Keep her mouth
Right.
shut.
You know.
Yeah.
But then when she started talking, it was just like, okay, she's not a bad actress. Like,
Yeah.
she's
She's great.
Good.
Well, I mean, actually, having no lines is sometimes way harder than fucking just saying some lines and being in a movie. The fact
Right.
that she has no lines for half of the movie,
Yeah.
and you're still invested in this kid, is amazing.
Yeah.
It seemed like she was somehow studying the way Hugh Jackman plays the Wolverine
Oh yeah.
in like the first X-Men movie. Her body language
Yeah.
Oh.
was like very much like early Logan from the first X-Men movie.
Very
that we saw.
DF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just goes into a berserker rage and shit like that.
Right.
No, like that's
Yeah, that makes sense.
I did.
Amazing.
I think one of the things I really liked about it, and what I like about certain comic book movies that really, that most people would say are good, they have a wide appeal. This was a Western.
Yep.
oh yeah,
this
very
this
much.
was just a Western. I remember watching. I mean, obviously they showed them watching Shane when they were in the hotel room.
Yeah.
But when I was watching, and all I could think of was like True Grit or this old John Wayne movie, The Searchers, where
Sure.
it's like the old cowboy
Yeah.
who's just like all done and like, oh, we read these stories about you, like you're this guy, like
Right.
I'm not that guy anymore. It was just, I mean, and they, they did it on purpose. They did it in Texas, like so. It's a story we've seen before.
There's even a wire dispute.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a story we've seen countless times before, but James Mangold just fucking killed it.
Absolutely.
People who
right,
can
yeah.
take these stories, like just good stories, and just add in the superhero elements. Like this would have been a great movie if it wasn't Logan.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what
Yeah,
I wanted to
If
point
it,
out.
if it wasn't
it's a
Wolverine, it would
great
have been
movie.
a great movie. And I
You
wish
just you throw the powers in there, but they're not.
I wish they would do that more. They would tell more interesting
Yeah, they didn't-
stories
they-
with the superhero archetypes in it.
Bonus that
It's
they
the
would
old
make-
cowboy who can't, body's breaking apart,
Right.
can't get
Yeah.
his claws all the way out.
Right.
Yeah, dude, that was like
Not
get it up.
healing.
I thought it was just a joke at first, then I saw him try to pull it out. And I'm like, oh Jesus.
Yeah, just like that. All that scar tissue is just
Yeah.
building up. It's crazy.
And then one thing, I felt like an asshole because I laughed when we first meet Xavier, and he's all
fucking
just-
crazy.
Dementia. He just
I
has
kind
dementia.
of laughed too.
When he was
I gotta be
rolling
honest.
around that fucking tanker talking about like
Saying
the crunchy,
commercials. Yeah.
cheesy chalupa,
Yeah.
I just started
He was,
laughing.
yeah, he was
doing like a Taco
fucking.
Bell
He was
commercial.
he was doing a Taco Bell commercial.
Yeah, and I just started laughing, but I was the only one in the
Yeah,
theater
it
laughing.
made me laugh too.
I
but like,
laughed.
but
Now I'm the
yeah,
asshole.
yeah, because nobody else laughed. I was like,
I laughed too.
Yeah. You're not alone, dude.
Oh, God,
We're
that was
just as
funny.
much
I
of
think
an
I was
asshole as
probably
you
the
are.
one who
I mean, we all did this. We all did it. But like, I was like,
It was kind of funny.
the way I saw this movie, I wanted to tell you guys at the Puente Hills Mall,
Oh yeah, that's where I went.
the Dolby Theater thing
With
that
the
they got.
recliners?
Yes.
That's what they
Yeah.
have at the San Diego Theater now.
Yeah, they just opened the new Adobe.
Yeah.
Oh, so they redid. Okay, so it's the same shit. Never
Yeah,
mind.
they got the
Brand-
recliners.
brand new.
Fucking amazing.
I did it for the
bar.
first
It's
time.
like 4DX but better.
Because you
Because
don't
it's-
get punched
Way
in the
better.
spine.
Well, that's what I mean. It's
not,
not-
comparable
it's-
because 4DX fucking sucks.
Well, you guys hated that, but like it's comparable
You don't-
because
you don't get
because
seats
it's
like
better.
that.
It's
Yeah.
it's great audio and great video because
Well, and
they
you
even
vi- you know
do
they
added
and they
stuff.
have the effect of like vibrations when shit
so
happens on the
the
screen.
first movie I ever saw in what was it, the Dolby Cinema Studios, was Rogue One, and that was actually the very first movie playing in the Santa Anita one.
Oh, okay.
So that they opened that right
Nice.
for Rogue One.
yeah.
And so my brother was with me, and he actually got to see Rogue One, I think 3 or 4 other times. And he said that not only was the sound, but the video and everything was better in that showing than any of the other ones he saw.
Yeah, it's like some kind of like crazy like Ultra HD where like the blacks are just like they even like they show you in the beginning how like washed out it really is.
The
in
blacks?
I know. I was like,
Obviously, I'm talking
You're
about
a
aspect
racist.
ratio.
Fucking insensitive bastard.
Okay,
you're a racist dick.
what we're talking about here.
Remember back in the day when Blu-ray was new?
Yeah.
That was what
Yeah.
they did originally, and I was like, I don't see what the big fucking deal is.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Blows your dick right
I've
out
never
of your
been
ass.
so wrong. People were posting shit, and I was trying to avoid it like fucking the plague.
I stayed away
I
from
was
that.
I was.
Just don't go online.
It's more.
Just stay off
It's
of
easier
it.
said than done.
Stay off
for,
the internet.
Don't go online.
Yes, they have a Facebook, you fucking fiend.
No, it's
You
everywhere.
have a problem, bro.
It's not everywhere. It's only on Facebook.
Yeah, you find it.
I
you
saw
go
it on
looking for
Instagram.
I did not see it.
I've seen
That's
so many
Instagram.
spoilers on Instagram.
Well, stop following those
Yeah,
pages.
You follow way too
No,
many
like-
people.
Heck, Garrett.
Like just random pages,
You're
not even
fucking up
things that are
here, bro.
associated with
You're
that.
fucking up here.
All right, my fault. It's my fault, guys. I'm sorry.
The only thing that got spoiled for me was it was. I mean, in a sense, it was spoilery, but like not really. It was just a comic trying to be funny, and he posted on Facebook saying that Logan was like Little Miss Sunshine of the Marvel universe or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, what does that mean? Does that mean everybody fucking dies and only the kid stays alive? And then I was like, God damn it. So it's going through my head the whole time I'm watching. I'm like, what does that mean? Who's going to die?
You're like rewatching Little Miss Sunshine. What is it?
What does it mean?
Yeah. Because, I mean, in Little Miss Sunshine, the grandpa died. So then I was like, okay, so obviously fucking Professor Xavier's going to die. But, like, which I was fine with, and I kind of knew that was going to happen.
I saw that coming.
That shit sucked though.
It did.
Yeah,
Of course,
that was
yeah,
a
it was
shitty
really
way, man.
fucked up.
Because
man.
like I think all of us, like when you're watching, I'm like, oh, he just got back. Wolverine just got back from the
Yeah.
water. Well,
Yeah, but that was like-
breaking the dude's
I didn't expect it
nose.
to happen when it happened.
Yeah, and then
But I did expect it
just
to happen.
Stabbed him in the chest.
Then bye-bye the whole family.
Do you read the
Oh, yeah.
comics? You read the comics? Because
I've
like,
seen it, yeah.
When like not Old Man Logan, but for me, like when they first started doing the X-24, like whenever
Yeah.
they show they were gonna make something.
Which was the Logan clone, right?
Yeah, the Logan
Yeah.
clone. I thought they were gonna do like it would have been different from the story, but I think it still would have worked. Because Logan has a son in the comic books, you know, Dakin or Dakin, however the fuck you pronounce it.
Yeah.
And I thought that was gonna be who he was gonna be fighting. Like, oh, they got this clone. It's this younger. It's supposed to be like his son. You know, he's
Okay.
got his daughter. But you know, they went with the clone, which still worked. Who was a goddamn monster.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't expect that at all, to be honest.
There's
When they said that they got something new, I was expecting something
I didn't
similar
either. Yeah.
to the Sentinels, and I was like, oh, that would have disappointed me
Yeah.
because they've already done it.
I didn't
But that's
think
what I
that-
expected.
I
Well,
thought-
something that they do in the comic book, what kind of goes off the Sentinels, is they actually do an actual robotic almost clone
Of
of
Wolverine,
and his
yeah.
name's
Yeah.
Albert.
Yeah.
Albert.
It's
What kind
Albert,
of fucking
bro.
lame name is that?
Albert.
His name's James Howlett, bro. So
Yeah, that's
they
his
just
real
come
name.
up with weird names.
Albert.
Albert.
So
Side
they
note, that's
sent-
his real name.
Yeah, it's his real name. Logan's real name.
Yeah.
James Howlett.
That's his
Yeah.
real name.
So yeah, so in the comic when they said like, oh, like these things have no souls, I was just like, oh shit, they're gonna send like fucking
robot?
they're gonna send Albert after him.
Shit.
So that's when I saw him.
Basically.
I was just, and that was almost basically what it was.
It was
So
ba-
it was
yeah.
sort of a play off of that as well. I think.
Sure. Yeah, I mean that was a real turn for me. I didn't really know.
For a split second, I thought it was Sabretooth.
That's what I thought
Oh,
too.
shit, yeah, it was
That's
great.
what I was
Origins.
thinking. I was thinking an enhanced Sabretooth was what was gonna
Because
happen.
his haircut was very dark. It looked like Sabretooth from Origins. And then I realized it was just a very young looking
Yeah.
clone of
Right.
By the way, that scene fucking like that gripped me by the heart because the last thing that Wolverine Logan wanted to make sure that the professor knew was it wasn't me.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Like you could tell that he was just like, no, don't, like you're probably gonna die, but just know that it wasn't me that
Right.
killed you.
Right.
That was fucked up.
Yeah.
I didn't just sneak up, listen to your story, and stab you in
Fucking
the chest.
stab you in the
Yeah.
chest.
Oh fuck!
What was the last thing he said to him? Because I didn't hear it. He said something like "save her" or "you should watch her grow" or I don't know what the fuck he said. I can't remember. Does
Something
anybody
has to
else
do with her. I
remember?
don't remember.
It was some
exactly.
shit like that, but I wish I knew what it was because I was like, "What the fuck did he say?"
I know. Justine asked me at that
Oh
point,
my
and I heard it too, and I can't fucking think of what it was.
Super slight pet. Well, not slight pet peeve. Big pet peeve that happened to me and Jeanette when we went to go see it. The theater was pretty packed, but no one was talking except for a group of 5 dudes directly next to us.
Tell 'em to shut the
Every
fuck
fuck
up.
up.
no,
Fucking
we
punch
told
him
them
in the
5 fucking times,
Oh,
and
my God.
they're those people that think if they're slightly quieter that no one can hear them.
Yeah.
And
That's
like,
only fine if you're like 2 people and you whisper once, like, "Oh, he said."
Yeah, no, they were
Yeah.
explaining every scene. Oh, she is this, and this is what's going on, and I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
I can't stand not only people who talk in the movie theater, but if we're watching the movie at the same time. This is a brand new movie for both of us.
Yes.
Stop asking me questions like I wrote the fucking movie. Like I had a friend like that. He would do it all the time. Like, why are they doing that? I don't fucking know. Let's
What's
just
the
watch
Westchester?
it.
We are
Incident.
experiencing the same shit right now.
I can't stand people like that. I can't stand
Why does he have adamantium claws?
What is adamantium?
Why is he sick? Why is he dying?
Is that like vibranium?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
It's a Westchester incident.
just watch the movie.
Westchester?
God, man. That was a crazy way that they introduced how, he had wound up and why they had to hide him because he turned into a nuclear weapon basically.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that those scenes when he was having a seizure
Yeah.
was intense.
Yeah.
Very.
Oh my god. And
Yeah.
then Dolby Cinema, my fucking like.
Yeah.
body,
No,
like,
the whole
I mean, it's-
room
it's
was
making-
shaking.
I
it's
felt like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, am I having a heart attack? Am I going?
And it's making you get like so anxious
Yeah,
in the theater.
like
You're
that
like, is he gonna
music.
fucking do it or not? He's just making
I'm
stop.
waiting for like people's heads to start like fucking like popping like balloons.
Those are the edibles, bro.
I'm just like, I'm not breathing. I'm not breathing.
You're like,
I shouldn't have ate the shrooms before I came in here.
But I did love that second scene of the seizure, like when they were in the hotel room, where like Logan made his
and
way
he's,
up,
and he's just
Oh
and the
taking
guys
people
are just
out.
like looking, they can't move,
Yeah.
just,
like,
Yeah.
just slowly moving across the room, stabbing people in the fucking face.
yeah, that shit was
That
crazy.
was that was a real pivotal point because that was the moment that Laura and Logan start working together.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of really cool things, especially the first time that she actually just shows her like her claws. But even like, and to that, I was like, I thought that Xavier knew that she had powers, but he didn't know what her powers were because he was as surprised as everyone else.
Sure.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh shit. Oh shit, it's Wolverine again.
She's evolved. You see the things on her feet.
Well,
Tiny little Wolverine.
Well, think about this: if you're talking to some like fucking 9-year-old girl, like in your head,
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
thinks some just sweet
She's only
9-year-old
speaking
girl,
Spanish. We all know that Professor
and then
Xavier.
she shows
He's not
up.
that
She
good.
just
She's like puta puta.
she just shows up and starts cutting motherfuckers' heads off. Oh shit! I'd be a little bit scared too.
What about the leg
Yeah.
blades? The foot
Oh,
blades.
oh,
Foot blades.
man.
Dude, okay, first of all, I love how they explain that.
Yeah, she's like,
Yeah.
she's evolved.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and she's it's like,
She's a female.
Some female
Lions.
animals.
You
Yeah,
said lions.
Yeah.
They're more defensive, and so the claws, and she is more deadly.
Let's talk about that. The choreography of this whole thing too. Like
The action was
s-
off
the
the
action
hook.
was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
crazy fucking.
I can't get over just
Scream.
the berserker style Wolverine shit, and
Yes.
then so much of this like repeated stuff. You know, like, and there's like flesh flying through, and she's just tearing into people.
Yeah, man.
It's like what?
And
Jesus
It was
Christ.
like the action.
He's doing his job.
He was like, I just went to work. Yeah, no, fuck that. Like, I'm just trying to give my family
fucking Wolverine. Like, what the fuck?
I'm just trying to get my family health insurance.
I was one day away.
I was retiring tomorrow.
Why'd they say it, old man Rick over there?
Yeah, no, okay, that was my only like pet peeve.
Yeah.
Like when she walked out and threw that fucking head down, and everyone's like a little bit scared. Like you
Uh-huh.
have just guns. Why do you keep attacking this girl? Why do you keep rushing her with guns?
Right,
Right.
Or anything.
You know that's not gonna work, right?
Yeah.
What is gonna take
I
her
had
down?
the fucking harpoon that was kind
Yeah,
of like
did
slowing
I-
her
did
down
I-
a bit.
I like how you only have one of though.
Yeah, well, it's just one.
Let's go one.
You know
There's
what's-
only
fuck,
one.
that's it. How
A
about?
multi-billion-dollar corporation. We can afford one harpoon gun.
Yeah.
Brush
We
it,
haven't
this
talked
one.
about the death of Logan,
Yeah.
which eventually happens, and how much that fucking tore everybody in the theater apart.
Yeah.
I was
That's
trying
fucking
to
intense,
hold it
man.
together so bad, and then in that moment, she's reciting the movie, right?
Yeah.
She's
Last
reciting.
line of
So that's why it doesn't make any sense. And I think a lot of people because I heard some people going like, "What the
Well,
fuck?"
a lot.
And I
Okay,
knew
she's also
exactly what it was.
hard to understand, except
Has
for the
an
last
accent.
line.
Right.
The last line, "There's no more guns in the valley." Like that's the only thing that a lot of people could understand, but it was kind of hard to understand with her accent.
And then she tilts the cross of
Oh, it's
into
an
a
X.
stick
That's
into an
the
X.
problem, just
I
like-
almost lost my shit. I was like, "Oh my god, this poor kid."
Yeah.
And then she calls him
Daddy.
Daddy.
Yeah, man.
At that moment,
Just, Wolverine just shink right
Yeah.
into your heart.
He wants to go save the kids because before, like, he was done. Like, I'm not going anywhere. Like, I'm done.
Right.
Then it's like, don't do that. Then he's come back. I'm like, fuck yeah. Then he fucking green serum berserker rage. It's
Yeah.
like,
So
fucking people
the
up.
moral of the story is when you're feeling really down and you're real down on your luck, just do some fucking
Steroids.
drugs. Just do
Yeah.
drugs.
Steroids.
Drugs
Shoot
will
up
make
some
you better.
drugs.
And just do some drugs and you'll be able to fuck up any obstacle ever.
Yeah.
Because they massacred that guy's family.
Family.
Oh,
And
yeah.
just,
His
who
whole
just were
family
the
died.
nicest people.
just
They did
took him
nothing
in.
wrong.
As soon as they said like Xavier was just like, oh, I think
yeah.
we could spend the night. I was just like, oh, they're fucking.
At
dead.
that point, I was like,
Everybody's dead.
Xavier, you're dumb as fuck.
Well, I
you
was-
know they
yeah.
are following
I
you.
was like, this is a nice black family. They're all fucking dead.
Yeah.
Of course.
Every-
you just killed them.
all of them.
The only black people in the
Good
movie.
All of them.
Just
Not
obliterated
one of them
just a little
survives.
Not one of
And
them.
they're just like, oh wait, maybe one. And they're like, nope, he's
Nope.
dead.
He's
He dead.
dead.
He dead.
son died, woman, or
Yeah,
wife
because I
died.
felt
He's
the
the
same
first one to
way
die.
when, like, Xavier's like, oh yeah, let's go with them. I'm like, they are tracking you.
They're
They have
all
a
gonna
fucking
die.
tracker.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
they
not
know
like they're
everywhere you
following
guys
us.
are going.
Yeah.
It's not like they've just showed up
Xavier?
everywhere we've been.
It's so true.
Also,
Fucking
dude,
Xavier.
one point that I thought was really cool. When the father of the family essentially saves Wolverine, and he just shotguns the fuck out of X-24. He turns around, and it could have been a moment where he drops his shotgun and he's like, "We did a good thing today," but no, he clicked it.
Clicked it like
He's
he
like,
was gonna shoot him.
because he knew that guy brought that on his family. He
Yep.
knew this is your fault.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good point.
He's like, and if he could, he would have killed Logan too.
It's a good point, man.
Well, he said he knew off the bat too that he was a mutant.
Yeah,
He asked him how long. He's like, "How long have you been like, or has like you
What?
been your
no,
daughter?"
no, no,
mutant?"
no, no. He didn't say
No.
mutant. He said mute.
Yeah, how long has your daughter been a mute?
Oh, I thought
Yes.
I heard mutant.
Vicky asked me
No.
the same thing. My
I didn't
girlfriend
know.
asked me
That,
the
I didn't know that was a
same-
mix-up. Yeah, no.
She asked me the
Yeah.
same thing. She's like, "How does he know that they're mutants?" And I was like, "No, he said mute."
Ah.
The whole meeting with the kids was probably the only moment I thought this can go to shit real quick. Because
Yes.
immediately when I see that, oh, there's a fucking organization camp of children, like, oh, great, Goonies. Or,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
what is this, Neverland? What are the fucking Lost Boys? Like, that's where my head went.
Oh, you were afraid that they
You're
were
an
they were
asshole.
going to take over the movie?
I was afraid that that's where it was going to go. It's like they have to save Logan, these children. Or they're going to have to save fucking Wolverine, the most badass X-Men character of all time, you know?
Right.
That's where my head went, and it didn't go that way, you know? Like, and
Yeah.
that's what I loved about this movie is every time I thought of there was going to be a cliche,
Yeah, that's true.
It took it to a different spot, you know?
They're like, oh, they're
Yeah.
going to do this. Oh, shit, they did that.
Yeah, exactly. So
He took all the medicine.
all the
I thought
drugs.
they were going to do it.
like the one thing they told him not to do.
I thought they were going to use their powers a little bit more than they did, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, let's talk
Yeah.
about that. That was one thing I didn't like.
That they didn't
All
use
you
them.
fucking kids have
Yes,
powers,
right?
and you're
Yeah.
They're
running, from
running
these
their
people.
asses off and like,
The little fat black kid and like
has electric powers.
yeah,
Man, he was my
electrocuting
favorite,
everybody.
dude.
Yeah.
He could have
He
fucking
stole-
zapped the fuck out of
Dude, the
them.
little chubby black kid stole the fucking show
He had a
for
little
me.
Wolverine fucking doll with him too.
Yeah.
But yeah, same thing. I was like, why didn't they fuck him
They
up?
gave you guys these powers to fucking be soldiers.
Yeah.
You know how
well,
to
I
fight.
mean, they
Yeah.
did. I mean, they did.
Your
take out-
weapons.
They took out a few people, which I was, you know,
when they were cornered like at the end.
Dude, I was not expecting them to take out anybody, and the chick who could somehow control sticks, just like
Yeah, that was the weirdest fucking
fuck that
power,
one
by the
guy,
way.
and
She
she
make
ripped
grass
him to
grow,
pieces.
bro.
She's the most amazing gardener in all history. She's going to control all plants.
Well, she is Mexican.
She was born in
she was born in a Mexican.
Born in a Mexican.
No, yeah. Just based off of what you know of Laura, she was completely trained in martial arts. Because
Yeah.
even if you have healing powers,
She almost
and-
killed the dude in the gas station because he was trying to make her pay for the chips.
Yeah,
That's
and
right.
that was just
Yeah.
a fucking flip. And like she was seriously
that's a good
trained,
point.
but it seemed like these kids were doing day one of their powers.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, they knew they had powers, but
Well,
they didn't know
maybe-
anything else.
I mean, maybe
Right.
these are the ones that became way more self-aware. Because if you think about it, you know, Logan was pretty much born with a chip on his shoulder. So I mean, if that's Laura's DNA, maybe she just kind of somehow genetically got his attitude to where she's a killing machine, and these other kids got
Possibly.
some sort of conscience. You know?
No, but I mean, I don't want to be that guy to go into the comics.
books.
Excuse me.
No, she was.
Well, the little black kid with the electrical powers. He's not an actual character, but his father is, because you saw, or his genetic donor is. When you're flipping through the pages,
That's what I call my dad, by the way.
I know. As soon as I said that,
Genetic donor.
when they were flipping through the pages, the donor's name was Chris Bradley, and if anyone,
Chris Brown's in this
Static
movie.
shock.
no, that was that kind of. His father was Bolt, aka Dominic Monaghan from X-Men Origins.
Okay.
Dominic Monaghan.
Yeah,
How'd that happen?
they took his DNA, but Dominic Monaghan worked for the government, so
I know,
it makes
but
sense
I'm
that he
saying,
has-
how do you get a fat black
Oh,
kid
fat
from Dominic Monaghan?
yeah, that's another good
Hey
point.
man, he's pre-puberty. You don't know.
Fat
wait a
black
minute, I
kid.
can feel-
Actually, that might
You got
might
Dominic Monaghan's DNA in a Mexican woman, and you get a fat
Black
black kid.
That's actually a great point.
How does that happen?
That might mean that they do get a DNA father or mother and eggs or the other part from someone else and put it in a Mexican, because
That's what it was. They're surrogates. They said it. So another thing, one thing I didn't like too, but kind of because I missed it, but they kind of glossed over it. They do talk about how there's no more mutants, but they didn't really. I mean, they glossed over the fact that why there's no more mutants naturally occurring.
Yeah.
And that's because of that crop that they took over, and then that company what was it?
It was
Genetics?
transient alkali,
Transient.
which transient alkali, which has a callback to Alkali Lake, which is where they made Wolverine, or they gave him his metal.
And
his
the whole thing, I
adamantium.
think they were just making a comment on like Monsanto.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
at the
think
same
so.
time.
But it was also that's
What's in
what
your
they did.
food? What's
Yeah.
in your food?
They're super corn.
No, but
Yeah.
that guy,
It's just
Dr.
like,
Rice, is basically, and his father were responsible for putting an additive in the food so that you couldn't have any more naturally occurring mutants. We'll start off with Ricky. Out of 5 beers, basically.
5 beers.
What are you
5 out
gonna
of
give?
5.
What are you gonna give this?
5 out of 5.
You're gonna give it a full 5 out of 5 beers.
Yeah, man. I cried.
Damn.
I teared up. It was real. Pulled my fucking heartstrings, man.
Yeah. Ryan,
5 beers.
5 beers it is.
5 beers, because I don't have. I mean, this is the best X-Men movie that's been put out. Period.
Yeah.
And I mean, you laugh, you cry, it's intense, and
Yeah.
there wasn't a moment where I wasn't into it at all. You know.
I will go to 4.9 because it's hard to give a 5 out of 5. Only because we nitpicked, but we did find some flaws. 4.9, and I'll
There's nothing
spill
that's
out a
gonna
little
ruin
bit.
my
of
No
movie.
movie's perfect.
No movie is perfect, but that's what I'm just saying. 5 out of 5 is difficult. If we're gonna go for there, it's 4.9 to 5 out of 5.
You guys
That
being
was
lame.
amazing.
You guys
Shut
being
up.
fucking dumb.
That was amazing.
Shut up.
5 out of 5. 5 out of 5.
You give it
Unanimous.
5?
Yeah, I give it a 5.
I thought. I mean, you of all
Unanimous.
people, you're a
Yeah,
real
you-
critic.
I know. I walked out, like I said it to Barte when I left. When we were walking back to the car, I'm like, I think this is the first movie I've seen in a while where it matched my expectations.
Yeah.
It
Where I
exceeded
walked
mine.
in
Yeah.
thinking like this movie
Exceeded mine,
should
too.
be awesome, but still like it held up to the hype that I've been hearing from the critics, held up to my own hype for the movie. Like I walked out completely satisfied.
All right, guys. So there you go. Average 5 out of 5 beers, dude. It's a
5
fucking
Fosters.
great movie.
Australian.
5
Australian
Fosters
for
out of 5
badass.
Fosters.
5 Australian American Fosters.
I just saw it said brewed in USA, right? I was like,
Yeah.
this is the most. This is a Budweiser
But it
of
was
Australia.
founded in Australia.
So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to Humpcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Ripped Radio Network, and any other podcast app you can think of. We're fucking on it. Make sure you come out on April 1st to our 3-year anniversary birthday party. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be in Pasadena at T-Boyle's Tavern. All right, make sure you subscribe. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time.
9, 8, 7.